Football here at Little Miami with head coach Nate Mahon. And last year the Panthers went 7-3, a rare winning season, but looks like you guys took care of some business, and 2018 seems like it could be a good year too.
Yeah, we are very excited about the playmakers we have coming back. We've got some question marks on the line, offensive, defensive line. But right now we feel really good about being two platoons separate, both sides, and have some athletes coming back. Our quarterback's back. Luke Patton's back. He led the league in rushing 2 years ago, and we got a couple of receivers that are back as well. So we've got some explosive guys. We just got to figure out how to protect the quarterback and make sure we're good enough up front.
You know, this last year was your second year here. You went from 3-7 to 7-3, but you beat the teams you should beat last year. You had to be pretty pleased about that, didn't you?
Yeah, you're exactly right. The league's only going to get better, and to finish fourth in the league, that was nice. I mean, we obviously want to continue to try to compete for the SWAC, but it's small steps at a time, and beating some teams that we haven't beaten for a long time, that was a big step in the right direction last year. So hoping to rebuild on that momentum and keep it going.
What do you like most about the program since you've taken it over?
I'll tell you, the one stat that's pretty neat is that we basically have every coach back for their third year that's been with me. So we got a lot of teachers in the building that coach here. And all those guys are going into their third year, so they know the defense, they know the offensive scheme, they know what's expected at practice, and that helps promote a lot of continuity in the community as well as on the practice field. So I feel really good about our coaches. They do a great job. They're in the building every day with the kids, which helps. But also, we've got a lot of kids invested. We've got up to 84 kids in the program now for a Division II school. So we got a lot of things going great, lifting year round, all that good stuff. So we're hoping that means more wins on the field. But we're doing everything right to put ourselves in the best position to win.
So moving forward, where do you want to see this program get better at?
Our number one goal is to try to compete for the SWAC. That's number one. To get us to do that, we got to be able to continue to weight lift and be strong up front. Edgewood has won it the last 2 years in a row. Mount Healthy is still very, very good, and Harrison's still very, very good. So at some point in time, we got to beat one of those top three teams to put ourselves in the next echelon of the SWAC.
Talk a little bit. You guys are the farthest team out in the SWAC, the farthest easternmost team, I should say, and probably northernmost as well. But travel, is it wear on you guys? I mean, you take some long bus trips.
Yeah, I think 100% that I think it's probably a 7-point or 10-point swing when you're going away to Talawanda or you're going out to Edgewood, but it's also 7 to 10 points in our favor when they come here. So yeah, we get it on the away trips, but we get it back on the home games.
One thing I did see about your team last year I thought was pretty impressive, and we'll talk a little bit about the defense here. 2 years ago, your defense gave up 40 or more points 5 times in 10 games. Last year, they only gave up 13.1 per game, yet never more than 38 in one game either. So why all the big improvement in that?
Yeah, I think the schedule's number one. We didn't play some teams that were necessarily as strong offensively. In the same breath, we really like our defensive coaches. We try to be separate on defense. Don't let a lot of guys play both ways. We get to practice defense a lot more than you would if you have a lot of people playing one way. We got a separate defensive staff which hones in on what's going on, scouting capabilities as well too. So I think that helps us. But we are trying to play aggressive and athletic defenders. That's number one. If you can't run to the ball and you're not going to be aggressive, you can't play defense here. So I think that's been helped in giving ourselves an identity. And we lose about 6 starters on defense, but we got 5 guys back. But it's the same deal. We're going to run the same defense. And if you can't run to the ball and be aggressive, you're not going to play.
There you go. That's Nate Mahon, the head coach of the Little Miami Panthers.
Thanks, Greg.